This video is sponsored by Monument Grills. Monument Grills gave me this grill for free and paid the production costs of this video. And I've had this grill for a few months now, and I've been able to do a ton of cooks on it to be able to put it through its paces. Now here are a few of my favorite features of this grill. And the first one is that it has stainless steel everywhere on the outside, which gives you a really nice high-end look, and it is very easy to clean and keep nice, which is a huge plus for me. And they take that a step further by adding silver powder coating to the lid for improved styling and cleanability. This grill comes with 4 burners plus a sear burner, and I think that having 3 burners is an absolute minimum because it allows you to do indirect cooking. That's where you have the outside burners on high, the inside burners down on low or turned all the way off for things like roasted chicken or pizza where too much bottom heat might cause it to burn. Having 4 burners gives you even more space in the middle for that food to cook. They also added some eye candy to the burner knobs by adding LED lights behind them. And so these will shine white at night, make them easy to see. And then when you turn them on, they turn red. So that way you can tell from a distance which ones are on or off. And each of these burners has 10,000 BTUs apiece, and the sear burner adds an extra 10. And so this gives you more power when you want to sear a steak or add some char to the veggies for a little bit more flavor. And I've been doing all of my testing in January and February, including some times when there was snow on the ground or even a snowstorm. And I've had more than enough heat to do anything that I needed to on this grill. Another advancement they made with the sear burner is by adding extra holes all down the flame tamer, which is narrower than the others, and the burners are different too. It has U-shaped holes on top rather than on the sides, and they say that it helps burn more efficiently and evenly across the grilling surface to avoid hot spots. And if you know me, you know that I love having a clean grill. And this grill has a great feature where you can take the drip tray that's underneath the burners and pull it out, and that makes it really easy to scrape things into the trash and keep things nice and clean, avoid grease fires. And the drip tray is a standard size, which means you can use regular old aluminum tins made for other grills as well. Swap them out really quick and easy, no mess, no fuss. And that's another reason why I like the cast iron grill grates that come with this grill. That's because they're really easy to clean and maintain. They also hold in a bunch of heat, so when you're trying to sear something, you can get amazing grill marks when you're trying to impress your friends. And the upper rack on a grill is really important because it gives you a spot to put your food when it's done cooking, and the rest of the stuff isn't, but you want to get that food out of the way and out of the heat. And Monument Grills showed that they were thinking about the upper rack in 2 main ways, and the first one is the back of that rack is folded up so that way you don't end up pushing your food over when you try to grab it with a spatula. And the second one is, this is plenty big to be useful. A lot of them are way too small, but you can put any kind of meat that you'd normally be cooking on a gas grill up on that top rack without any issue whatsoever. And this one also comes with a side burner, which is really good for keeping your sauce warm or heating up a side of beans or something else that you're cooking. Of course, when you're not using it, you can just leave this lid closed and it doubles as another side shelf. And where this grill really shines is in the lid. It has some real heft and feels absolutely solid. And for me, that is the first and most important indicator of the overall quality of a grill. If this lid shimmies and shakes, it's probably on the less expensive end, but this one is absolutely solid. You're gonna end up lifting and closing this lid a bunch of times, so you might as well get one that feels great in your hand. But you're not gonna have to open up the lid as often with this grill because it has edge-to-edge viewing windows into the grilling surface, and that is a big upgrade over previous models from Monument Grills. This allows you to look in and see your food as it's cooking, so you don't have to lift the lid just to be able to see that. That's really important for things like pizza, where opening up the lid for just a few seconds could let out a bunch of heat. You may not get that golden brown crust that I'm looking for, and I'm gonna use this a bunch during the summer for pizza. And on the outside of this grill, it comes with a great cabinet. And I like one that's enclosed like this one because then it's out of sight and out of mind. It keeps the propane tank out of view, as well as any tools that you need for your grill. You can store them in there until the next cook. And in this cabinet is the one drawback that I found with this grill. I don't absolutely love the way that they secure the propane tank, but that's not something I'm gonna mess with very often, and a pretty minor thing in the overall scheme. Overall, the Mesa series grill from Monument Grills has made some considerable improvements over the previous generations and is a strong contender in a very competitive field of mid-tier gas grills. If you're not sure which type of grill you want to buy, I made this guide that goes over all the different kinds to help you narrow down your search.